Yeah, welcome back to my class. Today we want to look at relational operators. We are still looking at operators, and we've looked at arithmetic operators. So relational operators, they are like judges in the realm. They make decisions. So they will compare two variables and then determine the relationship between them. So what are these relational operators? We have the equal to operator. This is equal to. We have the not equal to, not equal to. We have greater than. We have less than. We have greater than or equals to. We have less than or equals to, right? We have this. So we are going to look at these operators. We will supply variables to them, and then we are going to compare these variables. Based on that, we'll make decision. That is basically what these operators are, like judges. So you go to the law court, the judge is going to listen to two lawyers debate, and then based on that, they will take a decision. So that's exactly what this is going to do. So let's write a simple program to represent them. Here I'm going to say include stdio.h. We are including our header file. Then here we'll say int main, which is our main function, and then we'll put our curly bracket to take as many statements as possible. Then we'll declare two variables. So we'll say int a, and we assign 10 to it. Then we'll say comma b, we assign 5 to it. So we'll just write this in a straight line, right? So we are declaring two variables, variable a and variable b. Now we are going to use these relational operators to check their relationship. Then we'll come here and say print f. In this place, I will say a equals to b. Then I will say percentage d. Then I'll bring in my escape sequence n, because I want the next one to come into the next line. So I will close this, and then I will declare my value, which is what? A equals to b. Then I will close this. So this one is a string literal that will be printed out on the screen like this. A equals to b. Then this is my format specifier that is going to get the value of this decision. So this is the relational operators that is going to compare this and this. Is A equals to B? When it will check, A is not equals to B. So this one will return 0, which is false. So in C, false is represented by with 0, while false is 0 and true is 1, right? So this one will return 0. Then I will say print F. Then I will do A not equals to B, percentage D, then my escape sequence. Then I'll close this. Then I will do the same thing. A not equals to B. Then I will close the bracket. I'll come here, I will say print F. Here I will say A is greater than B. Then I'll put my escape sequence again. So I'll say A greater than B. Here I will say print F. A less than B. Then I'll put this, comma, A less than B. Then let me just leave it at that. I'll say return 0. I'll close the statement. Then this, my curly bracket, I'll close it here. Same line. So by the time I do this, so A not equals to B, yes, A is not equals to B. This one will return 1. A is greater than B. A is 10, B is 5. Yes, A is greater than B. That is true. So that will return 1. A is less than B. A is 10, B is 5. A is not less than B. This will return 0. Right? This is relational operators. So that is what this is going to give to you. Now, what if I don't want it to return 0 or 1, but I want it to return either false or true? So I'm going to write one more line. Then I'm going to introduce the ternary operator, which is what? This one. Ternary operator. Right? And that is this. Question mark and then colon. So I'm going to use that to introduce this false or true instead of 0 and 1. So to achieve that, I'm just simply going to say, let me wipe this off because you will not be able to see down again. Let me just wipe this off and write that part. So I'll do this. I'll say int A, assign 10 to A, assign 5 to B. Then I will do print F. Then in this place, I will say A greater than B. Then I'll put my format specifier. Because I want to return, I want it to return, because I want this one to return false or true, then the format specifier is not going to be D. It's going to be S, which is a string, right? Then I will close this and I will do this. Then I will ask my question. So I'm going to put it in parentheses, which is A greater than B. This is my condition that I'm giving here. Is A greater than B? So I'll put the question mark here. Then I will write in this place, I'll put true colon. So I will close this one because it's a string. Then I'll do false. Then I will close this and I will end my statement there. So all I need to do is come back here and I will say return 0. I'll close this statement, then my curly bracket. So this one is going to test it. It will print out this one on the screen. It will print out A greater than B, then colon, sorry. A greater than B, that is the question. So it's expecting something here. This is the main statement that is asking. Is A greater than B? That is the question. If A is greater than B, it will return true. Else, it will return false. So it will check A is greater than B. A is 10, B is 5. A is greater than B, so this is true. It will return true. So instead of returning 1, it will return true. That's what I want to achieve. So this is the ternary operator. This is what? Ternary operator. That is just what I want to introduce into this relational operator. So let's go to code block and let me demonstrate the first part, which is the relational operator, and this ternary operator for you to see. All right, so this is our code blocks. And this is the program that we wrote on the screen. I added the ternary operator to the same one. So we have include stdio.h, then int main, our main function. Then inside our main function, we are writing these various statements. So we declare two variables, int A and int B. So we assign 10 to A and 5 to B. So A equals to B. What would this one return? A is greater than B, A is less than B, A is not equals to B. Then we have the ternary operator. In this one, I also gave the value of A. I printed out the value of A on the screen. Then value of B. Then A less than B is going to return a string. So this is the condition. A is less than B. If it is true, then it will return true or it will return false. So let's execute this program for you to see what the output will be. So I'm just going to build and run. So it will give you can see, when you drag this down, it's giving you A equals to B, which is this one, A equals to B. A is not equals to B, so it's returning 0. A is greater than B, is returning 1 because it is true. A is greater than B. A is less than B is returning 0. Then A is not equals to B. That is true. A is not equals to B. That is true because A is 10 and B is 5. So that will return this. Then for this ternary operator, it will print out the value of A, which is 10, and it will print out the value of B, which is 5. Because of this escape sequence, this value of A will come down. Then A is less than B will return false because A is greater than B. So instead of returning 0, it's returning false. A is less than B. No, A is greater than B, so it is not true, it is false. That is what it is returning. So that is the ternary operator, which is what? The question mark and the colon. So that is what I want to show you in this class. It's a very brief class. If you have come with me this far, please don't forget to click on the like button. And if you have not subscribed to my channel, also click on the subscribe button. You can also follow me on my Facebook page. So till we see in the next class. Bye-bye.